if I take this veil out and put it on the back of this chair, that these folds will come right out of it. Don't you think, Blaze? Hey. Boy, this is gonna be... Well, that is an overcome with memories look if I've ever seen one.
Yes, I'm afraid it is, May.
But that's all right, because you're entitled to your happy memories on your wedding day.
Well, some of them are not so happy, of course.
Like when? Oh, like when the stagecoach that you wanted to take you to St. Louis kept being delayed?
Their schedule is just as erratic, I assume, and their maintenance not much better.
Right, well, thank goodness that Clint took that nut bolt off the wheel. You know what? You'd be in St. Louis today instead of getting married.
When I recall my dismay, my shock at his forwardness the first time I met him. In fact, quite a few times thereafter.
Yeah, he sure wanted to keep you in town, but now we know why, don't we?
Blaze, you were the first one to offer your kindness to me. But somehow both of you seemed to sense from the very beginning that Clint and I were meant to be together. What was it you called us? Destiny's darlings, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Blaze, is something wrong?
No.
You seem to be in favor of our marriage, but now that it is about to be realized, I sense that you have reservations about it.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jenny, she does not. Do you, Blaze?
Oh, I'm real sorry, Jenny. I'm very, very sorry. It's just that, well, no one deserves to be any happier than you and Clint. But right now, I'm just so selfish. I'm worried about my own happiness with Buck. I think I'm going to go over to the saloon and see if he's back yet.
Maybe we ought to get you a sip of whiskey, huh?
No, I'll be fine.
I don't know. You're looking a mite peaked to me. I think you're more nervous than I was the day I married May.
Well,
where you guys been?
Well, I had to stop by the tailor's and let him take a last-minute adjustment in my new suit.
Well, don't you look great? Miss Jenny's lucky to have a man as good-looking as you.
Well, thank you. Oh, now look, since you're my best man, you got to guard this wedding ring for me.
Whoa, is this band genuine gold?
That's a genuine article right there. Listen, have you seen your sister around anywhere?
Yeah, me and Miss Blaze are at the hotel with Miss Jenny. When I helped them carry down the gown from the buggy, they were just giggling like a bunch of hens.
I bet they were. Whoa, hold on a second. Excuse me, ma'am, let me help you with that.
Clint, I'm mighty beholden to you for choosing me for being your best man.
Buddy, you've been my best man since I rode into Buchanan City.
Yeah, well, I got something for you. It's this.
Well, that's your favorite rabbit's foot.
Well, yeah. See, it's brought me all sorts of good kind of luck and good fortune, and I just want you and Miss Jenny to have the same kind of luck and fortune.
Thank you, Betty.
You're sure welcome.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have a few words with Miss Jenny.
Whoa, hold on a second, dear. 100 years from now, they may not believe in superstition, but these days and age, we got this saying that you don't go see the bride on the day of the wedding before the ceremony.
That still holds. It still holds.
Oh, yeah? Then why do you want to go tempting fate right now?
Cody, I'll tell you what. All the obstacles I've had to overcome to get to this day, I've never been more convinced of anything in my life than that Jenny and I are destined to spend our life together. A little bit of superstition is not about to spoil that. I'll see you.
There's absolutely no sign of Blaze. I don't understand this. There's no sign of Okie. I mean, what, they both vanish? Maybe they went in another direction.
You chose the right direction.
We've met before. You are Clear Eyes, the Indian chief.
I've been waiting for you.
I need answers, Clear Eyes. I have reason to believe that Clint is still alive. Will you tell me the truth? Can you lead me to him?
I will prepare you for your long journey. But it will be a strange and sometimes frightening experience. So you must have courage and no doubts.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbow.
I came here looking for a woman who calls herself Blaze Buchanan. She came to my house in Pennsylvania a few days ago and told me that that Clint has somehow managed to travel backwards through time into the past. Obviously, she managed to travel forward in time. I was terribly hurt and very, very angry with her. I have been doing my best to adjust to my life without him. I've been doing my best to help my children adjust, and then this woman shows up with these preposterous claims.
You sent her away.
Yes, of course I sent her away. But my son believed her, and he agreed to help her. He gave her the key to our ranch here, and he told her that on the day my husband disappeared, he had taken his favorite horse out into the desert. So she decided that that would be the way for her to get back to the past again.
In your heart, you too believe it is possible.
I don't know. Perhaps I just love him too much to want to let go, to be able to accept the fact that I'll never see him again. Perhaps this is a big hoax set up by you and a woman who researched our family. I'm a practical woman, and that is a practical explanation.
Some events simply cannot be explained.
Yes, but if time travel were possible, why would it be such a well-kept secret?
The woman Blaze never kept it a secret from you. I choose to believe that in the timelessness of the stars, anything is possible.
This journey that you speak of, is it a journey to the past? Is Clint alive?
Are you afraid?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm losing touch with reality. I have 3 children who need me, and here I am sitting in the middle of the desert in Arizona talking to an Indian about time travel. That's enough to certify us both of a commitment.
You must trust in your love for Clint.
But what about my children? If I make this journey that you speak of, will I be able to get back to them? I mean, I cannot abandon them with no parents at all, no matter how much I love my husband.
Look into the fire. Remember the life you shared with Clint, and you will find your answers.
In a few hours, I shall be wearing a wedding band.
Mrs. Clint Buchanan.
Even for a woman of independent mind and spirit, it has such a lovely sound.
Yeah, but I don't think being married to Clint is going to keep you from being an independent spirit.
Well, May, I realize that as part of the vows, I must promise to obey and to honor him.
But my point is, Clint is not the kind of man that's going to make a woman obey him. You know, he even taught Cody to be, what's that word, more liberal about things. And I think that's just so nice about him, how he just treats everybody equal.
Well, I shall do my very best not to disappoint him in my wifely obligations.
Is that what is bothering you, Jenny? Because if it is, you just throw that right away right now. Because when Cody and I first, we got married and all, I was real nervous about that. And then he just understood and everything just worked out great. And I know it's going to be the same with you and Clint.
Thank you, May. I'm so unused to discussing things of a personal nature with anyone else.
Well, out here on the frontier, you can tell your close friend just about anything that pops into your head. Remember that.
I wish that Blaze would open up and discuss her feelings with me. It's so obvious that she is concerned about my marriage to Clint.
But she is a very forthright woman, and I think if she had any doubts about it at all, she'd let you know about it. So just quit worrying and let's get you dressed and get you over to the saloon.
Jenny,
Clint Buchanan, is that you?
I have to have a few words with Jenny.
Oh, dear heavens. He's come to call off the wedding.
Would you quit being so silly? He loves you too much to do that.
Jenny.
May, no, we must open the door. Because if he's come to call it off, then I must know it now.
Clint Buchanan, do you not know that it is bad luck to see your wife to be on the day of the ceremony?
I don't have to see her. I just want to have a few words with her.
What kind of words?
May, I'd rather speak with Jenny directly.
I'm here, Clint.
Are you dressed?
No, not yet.
Well, then I won't keep you long. I just wanted to tell you that I love you very much. Jenny, you're trembling. My God, you're not going to change your mind, are you?
Oh, no. No, certainly not. I will admit to a mixture of emotions at the moment, but I have no doubts at all about marrying you.
And I won't give you any reason for doubts either.
You have opened up a whole new world for me, Mr. Buchanan. You have taught me to test my strength and my courage, to welcome change, and to take risks without fear of failure. And my only regret is that I did not meet you sooner.
We have a whole lifetime in front of us. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that that life is filled with joy and happiness.
I love you so.
Then hurry up and get dressed and let's get the ceremony over with so we can start our life together.
Now, wait, now you want to tell Clint about your little trip to Landview?
Well, I gotta do right by him, Cody.
I thought you said that doing right by him is letting him marry Miss Jenny.
I know. It's just that when I saw her so happy today and everything, I changed my mind.
Well, think about how unhappy it's going to make her when she finds out about this, and how unhappy it's going to make Clint, too. When he tries to get home and he fails again, he's not going to have anybody.
We don't know that he's gonna fail again.
The man has made his decision. Why don't you just let it be?
Oh, Cody, but even if there's one chance in a million for him to get back to his family, doesn't he deserve to know it?
You picked a hell of a time to change your mind. Leave it to a woman.
Oh, Blaze, honey! Oh, honey, I never thought I'd see you again. I prayed you'd be all right. Oh, good Lord, thank you for bringing my Blaze back to me. My, it's a damn miracle, honey. My God, you look more beautiful than ever.
I just dreamed of being held in your arms again.
Honey, I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you forever. Wait a minute, honey. How did you survive in that desert? How'd you find shelter? How'd you get back?
Oh, now, darling.
Okay, no, you're right. There's enough time for questions. Later.
Oh, gosh, no. We don't have time. Really.
No, honey, listen to this. Let's enjoy the wedding festivities. And then you can tell me, after you escape from Deal in Laredo, how you survived.
Oh, no, honey, we got to talk. Clint and Jenny's future's at stake.
Are you okay? Can I get you anything?
No, thanks. I'm fine. I just want to sit here for a minute and gather my strength. Oh, boy, I thought I'd never see this room again. I'd almost convinced myself I was going to spend the next few months in jail waiting trial. Oh, but I didn't despair. I said, I'll be all right. I want to get through this.
And you did. And now you're a free woman. That is, except for those reporters who will pester you for the next couple of days.
Well, I just hope they don't make Ace's life too miserable.
Oh, don't worry about Asa. He'll just punch him out.
You know, I still can't imagine why anyone would lace those vitamins with that drug and why anybody would hate Asa that much. Who did do it, John?
I don't know.
You don't know, but I thought... I mean, I've been cleared of all charges. I just assumed that the police had taken care of the whole thing.
Renee, Asa dropped the charges.
Asa?
Yeah. Apparently he had a change of heart and realized you were innocent. So we pulled some strings and called in some favors, and the next thing you know, Herb got a call from the higher-ups, and the charges were dropped.
Well, that's amazing. You know, I'm never going to forget the look on Ace's face when he came to the hospital with those policemen. I still don't believe that he would think that I'd try to kill him.
I don't think Asa would believe that if he hadn't been drugged. But listen, his mind's clearing now, and I'm sure he's sorry that he accused you.
Well, then, why didn't he meet me at the course house himself? Why didn't he call me?
He probably feels terrible about what he's done to you. But I think he's open for reconciliation.
Oh, I don't know. I'm afraid, John. I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Renee, you still love him, don't you?
Yes, of course I do, but we had a relationship based on trust. I have a feeling that that's all gone. I don't know if we'll be able to retrieve it.
Well, it may not be easy, but why not give Asa a call? Tell him thanks for dropping charges. It's at least a place to start.
I'm not sure that he'd want to hear from me, but I'll think about it. But I am worried, John. I mean, whoever did drug Asa is still free. Will you do me a favor? Will you make sure that he continues the search and that he does everything that he can to protect himself?
Well, sure. If Asa wants my help, I'll give it to him. But remember, he's got Bo to look out for him. Bo's not going to let anything happen to his father.
I think we better get you checked into the hospital, see if Larry can run some tests and finally get that drug out of your system.
There's nothing wrong with me now, and I feel fine.
You're not acting rationally, letting Renee off the hook. She ought to be in jail.
I did what had to be done. I was never so happy to see my name in the paper. Otherwise, you'd have had a tried sentence and convicted and sent to prison for life before I got back in town.
And now she's free, huh? To cause you even more harm.
Hey.
Oh, come on in, Cord. Maybe you can talk some sense into this fool father of mine.
Asa, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Cord. It's nice to see somebody who's glad to see me.
If you want to do some visiting, you better do it now, because with Renee on the loose, there's no telling what's going to happen to Asa.
Cord, please, make this Bo shut up.
He agrees with me.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I don't know enough about this situation to choose a side. All I know is that Asa, before you left, you were talking about having Renee thrown in jail.
Well, Cord, the drug confused me. I really didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, and you still don't. You're even worse now. I think that drug did even more damage than we thought.
I am fine. I'm ready to go back to work. You get off my back. What's done is done. Subject closed.
Okay. Subject closed. For now.
Good. Sit down. Let's talk about something else.
Have you told him about what happened to Steve?
Steve Holden?
Yeah. Vicky asked him to stop by the ranch and pick up something for her. Somebody broke in there, attacked him, almost killed him. He's in the hospital.
Yeah, he was in surgery for quite some time. Now he's in a coma.
Why would somebody attack him? Who was it?
The police don't know.
A woman called for help, but the ambulance got there and she was gone shortly after that.
Who is she?
They don't know that either. She told Hank, the foreman, that some guy was there. This man was trying to kill Steve with a poker. So they got an APB out on her.
Well, they'll depend on that police department. They weren't much help when Clint disappeared.
Asa, come on. They did everything they could to help find Clint.
This family photo album was lying beside Steve. They said there's some pictures missing, so they sent it to Vicky to see if she could identify the pictures. She has no idea.
Well, I could tell you right now. Pictures of you when you were a kid.
Are you sure?
Yes. I remember one, he's sitting on a pony, your first pony, and I can't find. I'm looking for your graduation picture. That's missing, too.
And they're of just me, all by myself?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't even know there could be any help to find a snake that hurt Steve.
Well, maybe you better call Max and tell him about it. Yeah, you can get both he and Gabrielle over at the hospital by Steve.
Jane's got the phone number already.
Hey, Jane, get me Steve Holden's room. I want to talk to his brother, Max.
Oh, better yet, tell her to try the nurse's station at the ICU.
Oh, hold it, Jane. Try the nurse's station at the ICU.
How's he doing, Doc? Is he getting any better?
His pupils don't react to light. His reflexes are diminished, and he's sinking deeper and deeper into a comatose state.
You're saying you're giving up hope?
Absolutely not. Now, you did tell me to be honest with you.
Well, Doc, can't you take him into surgery or something to get him out of this?
No, his recovery can be spontaneous or gradual.
Or he can die.
Or he can stay in the comatose state for quite a while. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do. Yeah, I'll look in on Steve in a little while.
God, I don't know what's worse, if he dies or if he stays in a...
Hold on. He's gonna pull through. And listen, Steve's body may be giving him a hard time, but he's gonna fight like the demon to get better. He loves you too much to give up hope.
Excuse me, Mr. Holden.
Yeah?
There's a telephone call for you at the nurse's station.
That might be some information about the photos missing from the photo album. You want to come with me?
No, I want to stay with Steve.
That's right.
When you've got diarrhea... Why would anybody want to steal your photos, Bo? Bo!
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Missing photos. Why would anybody want them?
I don't know. It beats me.
Boy, you're down that drink fast. It's got you pretty upset.
No, it's just kind of weird, this whole thing, that's all.
Yeah, well, I guess it would be weird for anyone.
I guess so.
Look, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
Coffee over there. Help yourself.
I think I'm gonna get a sandwich, too. I'll see you guys.
You know, Max told me, you know, poor Steve has taken a turn for the worse. Court, I feel like I'm in the office by myself. Do you want to visit with me or not?
Ace, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Bo.
What about Bo?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. Before he came back to town, you or Vicky or Clint would tell me about him, and you talk about what a wonderful guy he was, how he was so hard to get riled up, so easygoing, always had a nice word for everybody, almost like he was, well, kind of boring, maybe.
You're disappointed?
I'm surprised. I mean, he's kind of hot-headed all the time now, even worse than you in some cases, and he's real moody, too. It just doesn't seem to fit.
Bo's had a lot of problems lately. His wife left him for another man, came back to the States to search for his brother, found him dead. He was on top of things, you know, after Clint's funeral. But he wasn't as together as he pretended. Clint's death has changed us all. And now maybe Bo's been changed the most. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'll take care of it right away.
Wait, let me get out of your way.
No. I've got to take care of something. And, you know, I get mad at Bo for interfering in my life. But Cordy's a good man. And I hope you see the good side of him real soon. Blaze, honey, have you told this to anybody else?
Cody?
Please, don't tell anyone else.
Oh, honey, you don't believe me.
Oh, honey, I've been in the desert. I know what the sun does to you.
I'm not having delusions, Buck.
Honey, maybe you passed out. It's a dream.
It happened just like I told you, and I am not local any more than Clint.
I never trusted that man.
Now listen, Buck, you know those things that he told us about how the world's going to change and how people will be able to fly across the sky in machines and all?
Hush. I'm going to get you a stiff drink.
Oh, now, honey, Buck, if you love me, if you really love me, true, you got to trust me on this and believe me. Honest, Clint has a wife and kids in 1988. I know, I saw him. I was there, and they're waiting for him to come home. Now, if he got there, and if I got there and got back, he should be able to. And I just want him to be happy, honey.
Please? Marrying Ginny is going to make him happy.
No, not if there's another way for him to get back to his wife. And don't you think that he deserves for us to tell him? Oh, Buck, please. And even Okie. I came back on his own horse, Okie.
Please, if you ruin Clint and Ginny's wedding, you're going to wish you were back in 1988. I mean it.
Buck Buchanan, welcome home. Boy, you had quite a surprise waiting for you, didn't you?
You can say that again.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's good to have you back. And Ginny and I are real happy that you can share this day with us.
Well, I'll tell you, Blaze and I was just saying how happy we are for both of you. That's a fine woman you married. Ain't that right, Blaze?
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. And I'm sure that you and Ginny will be very happy here together. I'm just sure of it.
Morning, Parson.
Parson, howdy.
Here's the parson. I'm going to go see if everything's okay.
Say, you weren't thinking about ducking out the back door at the last minute now, are you, Clint?
Not a chance. Nothing in this world is going to keep me from marrying Ginny.
How will this help to reunite me with Clint? I don't even know if he's alive. I don't know what century he's in, whether it's this one or the past.
You must have faith. Trust your love for Clint.
I do. I want so to believe you. I truly do.
The road is clear. The path will lead you to Clint.
What path?
Ayaw an inchni.
Clear eyes. Clear eyes. The Jeep is gone. The Jeep is gone. This is different. It's as if I'm in a different place. There's a path through the desert. I must follow that if I hope to find Clint.
For as long as you live, you're gonna be missing him. I may be wishing you had one more day with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Oh, John.
Your secretary said to come on in.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to thank you on Renee's behalf for dropping the charges against her.
You just make sure that she stays away from Asa.
Butt out, Bo.
If you care at all about saving a man's life, you're gonna make sure that Renee Devine leaves town. Now, she went after Asa's money, she blew it. So tell her to just move on. Find someone else to prey on.
Asa, Renee would like to talk to you.
I told you to keep her away from Asa. If you can't do it, I'll have an injunction slapped against her. She won't be able to turn a corner and drive down the street past his house.
Come on, Bo. Renee's not guilty of anything but being in love with your father.
The hell she isn't.
Well, Asa thinks she's innocent, don't you?
I didn't have enough proof to say she was guilty. I think she did it, John. But I'm not letting my son railroad her to prison.
She ought to be in jail right now for killing her first husband.
That family hated her as much as you do. She wasn't arrested, right? Didn't have any proof.
That's because she's clever. She covered her own tracks, and it's a good thing I was on to her. Otherwise, you'd be right along beside hubby number one, pushing up daisies.
Bo, I have a lot of enemies. Anybody could have done it.
It was Renee.
Look, Asa and Renee have their own relationship. It's their business,
Just
nobody else's.
Stay out of this,
Hey,
Cord.
look, I'm entitled to my opinion just as you are.
Now, listen, maybe I should just keep investigating and find out who did drug Asa.
I'd appreciate anything you can do, John.
Sure thing. Cord, I'll see you later, Bo.
Thank you, John.
John's very loyal. I know, because he worked for me. Now he's working for Renee. You're not going to get an honest answer out of him. You are playing right into her hands again.
I trust John. If he finds Renee guilty, he'll tell me. If he finds her innocent, he'll tell me. And then I will beg her forgiveness and ask her to marry me again.
Oh, my goodness, you are the prettiest thing I have ever seen.
Oh, May, it must be the way Blaze fixed my hair and my face.
No, no, no. That was done before we left the farm. There's something else since you put that dress on that's really different about you. And you know what it is, so tell me.
I realized I am not dreaming. I am truly going to be Mrs. Clint Buchanan.
Yes, you are.
Oh, May.
Oh, goodness, did I mess this dress up?
Oh, please. One wrinkle is not going to make any difference.
I have something for you. Here. It's in remembrance of today and of our friendship, Jenny.
But you've given me so many things for my hope chest.
I know, but I want you to have this.
Oh, May. Well, they're so beautiful.
I wish they could be real, but I think they're real pretty imitations, don't you?
This is the most stunning necklace I've ever seen. Will you help me to put it on, please?
Yes. It'll be just perfect with this dress.
I think it will be.
Okay. There.
Thank you so much. Oh, my friend. My friend. I have something for you, too.
Oh, mercy. Let's see. Oh, what a pretty book. Oh, my goodness. I saw one just like this at the general store, and I told Cody how much I loved it.
Yes, I know. He told me.
Oh, Jenny, thank you so much. Well, we can't stand around here and be sentimental. We gotta get you to the saloon before you're late.
Yes. Now, where's your shawl? Oh, on the bed.
Oh,
yes.
Good. Well, that's something that's old. You're wearing my petticoat. That's borrowed.
The necklace is new.
That's new. Oh, my goodness, we don't have something blue.
Well, 3 out of 4 should certainly be adequate.
No. We gotta... Clint Buchanan, if that's you here again...
Me.
Oh.
Matter, Miss Jenny hurt herself?
No, May places great store in superstition. We did not have anything blue, so this will complete the old wives' tale.
Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Yeah. She certainly does. Oh, Miss Jenny, don't go to blushing at the sound of that. Once you get to that wedding, everybody's going to be saying it.
That's right, and if you hear it enough, maybe she'll even start believing it.
So, are you ready? I know one very handsome cowboy who's real anxious to make you his bride.
Yes. Yes.
Steve? Hey, bud. If you can understand me, squeeze my hand. Give me some kind of sign, Stevie. Stevie, you gotta snap out of this. Look, there's a whole bunch of people here waiting for you to get better. You got Gabrielle and Al and me, and all your friends are anxious to talk to you. Listen, Stevie, I got this idea about the hotel, and I was wondering what you thought about it. Steve, I'm gonna hold that thought. I'm gonna get some coffee, but we're gonna talk about this in great detail when I get back. Okay? I'll be right back.
I can't do this anymore. I can't stand back there hoping for something to happen when I know it's hopeless.
You thought your marriage was hopeless, but you worked it out. We are gonna work this out, all right? Steve is gonna get better.
He's not fighting Max. This is it. He's not gonna get any better.
No, I don't believe that. Listen, you're tired. What? Hey, why don't you go back to the hotel, get some sleep?
No.
Mr. Holden? Detective, you figure out who those fingerprints belong to?
All but 2.
Well, that means one set belongs to the guy that attacked my brother, and the other one belongs to the lady that took off.
No, it could be. We have no way of knowing for sure. I'll keep checking, but there's no way I can promise what will turn up.
But just what the hell can you promise me?
That we'll stay on the case and that we'll do our best.
Yeah, well, that's not good enough. I want that son of a pig that hurt my brother.
We all want him, Mr. Holden.
Good. Well, then get off your butt and you find him.
Max, raising your voice isn't going to help.
My brother's in a coma for I don't know how long, and these jokers aren't any closer to finding the guy that did it than they were when we got here.
Mr. Holden, I've known the Buchanan family ever since I came on the force here. Believe me, I feel a sense of responsibility here, but we just don't have a hell of a lot to work with.
We understand, Detective. Thank you for keeping us posted.
Sorry. I wish the news could be better.
Thank you. Max, anger isn't going to help Steve.
Yeah, well, maybe there's something I can do to help him.
We've come to think of you as family, Jenny. I just want you to know that I'm as proud of you today as I was of my own daughter on her wedding day. I wish you and Clint all the happiness that life can offer.
Thank you, Monroe.
Well, I better join the festivities.
What's taking so long? What are we waiting for?
Well, Jenny's probably working with her veil or got a wrinkle in her dress.
Well, Cody, go find out what's taking so long.
Now, why are you so anxious to get this whole thing over with, huh?
I've never been a best man before.
Oh, you still got to hold that ring?
I got it.
Good.
Of course I got it. It's on my finger, and I'm putting my hand in my pocket just so that I won't lose it.
Okay, we're getting a signal over there, all right? Here goes, gents. Get ready. You ready? There you go.
Ain't she something?
bet she is, buddy. You bet she is.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the presence of this company to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony, which is an honorable estate instituted of God, and therefore not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, advisedly, soberly, and in the fear of God. Into this holy estate, these two persons present come now to be joined. If any man can show just cause as to why they should not be joined together, let him now speak, or else hereafter forever hold his peace.
It seems like So you're going to take John up on his offer? You're going to talk to Renee?
I don't know. I have to think about it. Never realized how much I miss Clint. I counted on his counseling. Do you believe in curses or things like that?
What?
I don't know. I just think maybe there's a curse or something in all of you Buchanan men. We can never, ever find happiness.
Oh, Asa, we find it. We just have a hell of a time holding on to it for any period of time.
Yeah. Except for Vicky and Clint. You know, this is one of my favorites.
See?
You know, I think I just might have this one copied.
Hey, can you figure out any reason why somebody would want to rip off some pictures of Bo?
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
But it's got to be important to somebody.
Yeah, important enough to almost kill somebody for.
You know, why Bo? Why not the whole family? And why Bo when he's so young?
Don't you sweat it, Stevie. I'm not gonna let anyone get away with this. Police can't do anything but spin their wheels. I'm gonna find the person that did this to you.
Max, you don't know who you're looking for. You don't know where to look. What do you hope to accomplish?
I won't know till I do it, will I?
I can't let you go like this.
Gabrielle, I've never let anyone in my life fight my battles. I'm not about to start now, especially since the police in this town are so damn incompetent.
They are doing everything they can.
Just like the nurses and the doctors are doing everything they can for Steve. Well, I gotta get involved. That's the only way I know.
Max, don't go. I need you.
You need hope. And I need the satisfaction of knowing that whoever did this to my brother's gonna pay for it.
Talking about us.
I'm doing this for us. I'm doing it for our family. If I were in that bed instead of Stevie, you're doing the same thing for me.
He wouldn't want us to throw away our lives for him.
I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna do anything that'll be dangerous. If I find out anything, I'll share it with the police. Steve needs right now is you. When he opens his eyes, the first thing he'll want to see is his wife. Look. And maybe I can show him his little justice. That'll make him that much happier.
Virginia, wilt thou have this man as thy wedded husband, to live together after God's holy ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love him and comfort him, honor and obey, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee unto him only, so long as ye both shall live?
I will.
Clint, repeat after me. I, Clint, take thee, Virginia, to be my wedded wife.
I, Clint, take thee, Virginia, to be my wedded wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to God's holy ordinance, thereto I plight thee my troth.
To love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to God's holy ordinance, I thereto plight thee my troth.
Virginia, repeat after me, please. I, Virginia, take thee, Clint, to be my wedded husband.
I, Virginia, take thee, Clint, to be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To love and to cherish till death us do part, according to God's holy ordinance. Thereto I give thee my troth.
To love and to cherish till death us do part, according to God's holy ordinance. And thereto I give thee my troth.
The ring, please. Bless, O Lord, this ring, and that he who gives it and she who wears it may abide in thy peace and continue in thy favor until their life's end. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, amen.